Love where you live and play with Lindsey Management. Affordable apartments and golf memberships at 9 and 18-hole courses. Buying or selling? Trust Lindsey and Associates. Serving the community for over 50 years. Lindsey, #1 in apartments, golf, and real estate.
Want to run faster, jump higher, move with more power? The Sports Recovery and Development Program at Bridges Therapy Group builds speed, strength, agility, and endurance while correcting movement issues that can cause injury. Give your athlete the edge. Schedule an assessment today at srdathlete.com.
It's the 31 days of deals going on at the Lewis Automotive Group. This December, it's all about deals, discounts, and daily giveaways. All deals on our vehicles are backed by the Lewis Guarantee, where you get a 10-year, 120,000-mile powertrain warranty. That's right, double the manufacturer warranty, only with Lewis Automotive. With hundreds of quality, new and used vehicles, see us today for big deals, discounts, and daily giveaways at any of our locations in Farmington, Fayetteville, or Springdale. Wrap up your savings this December during our 31 days of deals, only at the Lewis Automotive Group.
Another boys basketball showcase coming to Northwest Arkansas. We preview all the action in today's show. It is Tuesday, December 16th, and this is Varsity Vibe Today. Welcome into Varsity Vibe Today on this Tuesday. I'm your host, Alyssa Orange. Thank you always for joining us. And as we get ready for the holiday season, these basketball teams also getting ready to play in a lot of showcases around our state and, of course, around the surrounding areas, and traveling as much as they can to get as much experience as they can before conference play starts when the new year in 2026 rolls around. Exams are pretty much in the books. It is all about basketball, and that is where we start with our Lewis Automotive opening drive. We've had a handful of these showcases in our area over the last couple of weeks. You know, a couple weeks ago, it was Hoopin' on the Hill at Fayetteville. Rogers hosting their Arvest Hoop Fest last week, and now Bentonville and Bentonville West going to put together the XNA Bentonville Showcase happening at the end of the week at Bentonville and at Bentonville West. And just to highlight the teams coming to town, Bryant, 3 teams from the state of Missouri, Little Rock Christian, and Marion. So a lot of really good basketball on tap. And I was able to catch up with Bentonville head coach Kyle Pennington to look ahead at the matchup, what this showcase means to Bentonville and Bentonville West, and what you can look forward to if you're headed out there for some good action.
Yeah, we're very excited about this. This is our first year we're putting this on, and we've actually partnered with Bentonville West with Coach Lloyd and Billy Tips, our athletic director over Bentonville Schools. He's been very supportive of this, and so we presented it to him, and he was excited about it. So we're looking forward to it. Friday, December 19th, the games are at our place at Bentonville High School, starting at 4 p.m. You've got Bryant versus Oak Hill Oak Park out of Kansas City. Very good basketball team, coached by Sharon Collins. You know, used to be a Kansas point guard, and so people will know him. They were the 6A champion in Missouri last year, so we're putting them against the 6A champion from last year, you know, here, and so that's going to be a heck of a game. Then Marion plays Bentonville West, and that should be, you know, a really good game as well. We're going to play Springfield Kickapoo, who is kind of a regional power when it comes to basketball. They've had a lot of great players. Trevin Brazil played at Springfield Kickapoo, and so excited about that. And then Little Rock Christian is going to play MICDS, which is a private school out of St. Louis, at the 8:30 slot. And so those games are going to be fun to watch. And, again, these showcases, it's kind of where everybody's going. If you see it in college basketball as well, like, they're kind of going away from the tournament format, know your opponent play. And so second day, Saturday, is going to be out at West. And so different matchups, MICDS versus Marion. Bryant, we're going to play Bryant, Bentonville versus Bryant. I think that's a matchup that we need to see. We need to gauge ourselves and see where we're at. The beauty of basketball as opposed to football is you can play that game. And so I've had some experience in the past of doing that. You know, when I was at Little Rock Christian, we played Blytheville in a regional final and lost, and then beat them in the state championship. And so, again, you're just trying to prepare, like you said. And so then West is going to play Kickapoo, and then Little Rock Christian is going to play Oak Park. So it's going to be some great games. You know, I think some people definitely in Northwest Arkansas get some Christmas shopping done and try to head out to Bentonville High School on Friday or West on Saturday and watch some good high school basketball.
How much do the kids like playing in these kind of styles? It's very much like the summer circuit that these guys play on, but it just kind of adds a little bit of a different energy to it as opposed to just a typical game on a Thursday night.
Yeah, it's definitely a big deal. And again, there's a preparation standpoint when it comes from, as teams, but the kids definitely love it, right? You want to play, you want to put them in front of really good competition. That's number one. But when you're talking about showcase games and this style instead of a tournament style, like I said, I think it's where the game of basketball is headed with high school and in college, and playing games that matter. They all matter, but in non-conference at times, it can be hard to get somebody to play a fifth place game in a tournament. Let's say you win your first one or lose your first one and win your second one in a tournament format. That third game, it's hard sometimes to get kids fired up to play a fifth place game. And so the showcase style, no matter what goes on that first game or the second game, I mean, they're individualized games, right? And so it's exciting, and we're looking forward to it.
I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure to get out there early and get a good seat for some really good basketball on tap coming up at the end of the week. But coming up next after the break, we introduce you to this week's Lindsey Boys Athlete of the Week.
Club Car Wash is the best place to get your ride game day ready. From convenient locations to free towels and vacuums, it only takes a few minutes to have your car looking great. With locations throughout the state and membership starting at just $22 a month. Revive your ride at Club Car Wash.
Quick Turf is the go-to team for building championship-level sports facilities for public schools, private schools, and the entire school district. They also install beautiful backyard putting greens for homeowners. Known for lifelike, eco-friendly turf, Quick Turf handles everything from design and lighting to drainage and final landscaping. Their all-in-one approach delivers high-performance surfaces for athletes and low-maintenance greens that last for years. With preventative maintenance programs, they keep every field and green looking game day ready. Schedule a free consultation today at quickturf.com. That's QIKturf.com.
The Everett difference means we are committed to giving back to the communities we serve.
When I think of Everett, I think of them more than just a car dealership.
Everett's involvement in the community is phenomenal. I see it in the police and fire department. I see it in the Boys and Girls Club.
They're just constantly giving back to the community that helped build them.
I would recommend them first, always.
We are grateful for the opportunity to serve. Discover the Everett difference for yourself.
This week's Lindsey Boys Athlete of the Week is quarterback and linebacker from Elkins, Austin Bourne, the junior, a huge part of the Elks win in the state championship over the weekend on Saturday in the 4A state championship at War Memorial Stadium. Elkins going with a two-quarterback offense in their game against Dardanelle. The senior Ben Napier starting, but it is hard to keep Austin Bourne off the field. He had 100 yards on 15 carries and 3 touchdowns in that win. Oh yeah, by the way, also plays defense, had 6 tackles and a half tackle for loss, but he also plays special teams, and he also was the snapper for the extra points. I asked him after the game, have you sat down? He said no, not at all. Excited to get that state championship win for him and his teammates.
It was a game we wanted to win from last year because we came here, got blown out by Arkadelphia, and we want to put some points up.
What were you told earlier in this week about what your role was going to be?
Come in and run the football.
What does it feel like to celebrate with this senior class and bring a championship back to Elkins?
Feels amazing. It's first time for our seniors, and that's the goal they wanted.
So congratulations to Austin Bourne, our Lindsey Boys Athlete of the Week. #1 in golf, real estate, and apartments. That is all for Varsity Vibe today. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, follow us along on all of our great content that we have on our social media platforms. That is Instagram, X, TikTok, and Facebook, as well as subscribe to the podcast and our YouTube channel. And make sure to sign up for the newsletter coming to your inbox twice a week. Just go to varsityvibearkansas.com to do that, to make sure that you are always in the know with everything happening in high school athletics. Of course, we couldn't do this without our great sponsors. A special thank you to them. I'll see you tomorrow.
At L&L Metal Fabrication, strength isn't just in the steel, it's in the craftsmanship, precision, and trust we bring to every project. From small custom jobs to big industrial projects, our team has the experience and equipment to get it done right and built to last. Whether you're building, repairing, or designing something new, we'll help turn your vision into reality. Call L&L Metal Fabrication today at 479-361-9640 or visit llmetalfab.com. L&L Metal Fabrication. Custom craft built to last.
Distribution Solutions Incorporated began providing superior customer service back in 1997 based out of Harrison, Arkansas, and they're supporting our local communities today and always looking for professional OTR drivers. DSI knows drivers by name. They're about their people, and when you work with DSI, it feels more like a family than a job, and they know home time matters. If you're a driver, check out their website, drivedsi.com. All the benefits, all the vacation time, and that home time that matters. drivedsi.com.